Okay guys, so here I am, my first video trying to do my nails. Yes, so this is going to be the nail polish remover, and I'm using tissue because I don't have pad, don't judge me. Yes, I'm using tissue, okay? Alright, my nail clippers, obviously, that's what we gonna need. Nail filer, that's what we gonna need. And I have a selection of nails. I actually had more, but this is all I chose to show, right? So, but I thought they seemed a bit too fancy, so I decided to go with the classic French tip. But yes, as I was trying to record the first video, the packet kind of bust open, so there you go. But this is what we're going to be using. Keep it plain and simple. Okay, as you can see, my nails all bare for you guys. Okay, so we're going to go in with the filer first because, yeah, that's how I'll be doing it. Yeah, at this point I realized, you know what, they're already cut. So let me just cut the nails that aren't cut. Now the purpose of this video, as we continue to see me cut the rest of my nails, is like, girl, it is expensive to try and maintain ourselves looking beautiful and very well put together whilst trying to be on a budget. Oh, I'm just going to say, you see this bit here when you cut too deep, that you know if you pull it, you're going to rip off your skin? Yeah, that's what happened right there. I wasn't happy, but luckily I managed to rectify it without wounding myself. But yes, as I was saying, these nails, I got these nails, if anybody cares to know, from Primark. Primark actually does some decent nails. Not gonna lie, they were right. Sometimes if my nails are not from Primark, I might get them from Tesco's. But I will probably experiment with getting some nails in other places. I've tried to get nails off of, I think it was Shein before. It didn't really go too great. The nails were very not good quality and they didn't fit my fingers. They were for like itty bitty hands, and I definitely don't have itty bitty hands, so they went straight in the bin. But if I find any more beautiful looking nails that I can do myself from other stores, I'll definitely be showing you guys. But in the meantime, the nails for today, yes, they were from Primark, these French tip nails. So, but yeah, as I was saying, girl, it is not cheap trying to look beautiful on a budget. You gotta do your eyebrows, your eyelashes, your nails, you know? And some people's upkeep is more than that. Their hair. Like me, I like to be pretty much simple on a budget. If I could know how to do my own eyebrows, trust me, I would. That is next on my list. As soon as I figure it out, I will try and come back here and show you guys because, yeah, I really want to be self-sufficient in all my beauty regime. But so far, these nails is, I'm just about learning with these, okay? Alright, so that's my nails all done. Okay, let's just brush these to the side. And next, I'm going to go over it with, yes, my tissue, because I don't have no pads. But trust me, next time I do my nails, I will make sure I have the pads ready. I thought I had some, and I couldn't find it, and I just thought, you know what, who cares? Yeah, the tissue will be good enough. So, there you go. So, I'm using the tissue to get rid of any oil or any, you know, pretty much just oil or anything that will make the nail not stick. So, stay tuned because I kind of go over this again at a later step. I think some people, they do it once, but me, I go over this twice because you really want to make sure that those nails don't be coming off. The last time I did this exact step that I'm about to show you, or that I am showing you, my nails stayed on for a good straight 2 to 3 weeks, to the point that when some was coming off, and the others were staying on. Yeah, it was actually a bit of a nuisance. I had hoped that they would have come off by then, but clearly I done such a good job. The majority of them were still hanging on strong after the third week. Now I'm not going to guarantee you these same results that they will stay on for that long, but I'm just saying, if you really want to make sure that your nails stay on, follow these steps. Honestly, don't wash the tissue. Okay. Done. And now I'm filing the nails for any of you guys that haven't seen this process, and that's just so that the nails and the glue can have a bit more grit when actually sticking onto your actual nail. During this time, I was watching Pop the Balloon while I was doing my nails, right? And honestly, I don't have to do reaction videos to Pop the Balloon in a separate thing, because I'd be having some stuff to say. Honestly. Like, there was one guy that came on, all tattooed up, very good looking black guy. Good looking black guy. Tattooed up everything. And when I tell you he was giving feminine energy, like he was giving that he was not straight. Or maybe he was bi, I don't know what he was. Or maybe he wasn't, and he's just giving mad feminine energy. But you know when people don't give the energy that they look? Every girl popped on him. Every girl. And I know they were thinking the same thing. They weren't saying it. They weren't being honest. But I know it was because of his feminine energy that he was giving her, which very much contradicted by far the look that he was giving. You know when you look at someone, you just think thug, gangster, masculine, manly. The list goes on. And then they speak, and their mannerisms give dainty, girly, gay, or just feminine, or just not confident, shy, insecure. It just does not give what you look like you're meant to give. Yeah. That's such a shame. What a waste. Such a good looking man. You know? Honestly. I would have popped too. Not based off of his looks, but just the energy he was giving. Anyway. Yes, this is how I be filing my nails. Sometimes I'll be a bit lazy, don't judge me. Where I'm not even moving the filer, just rubbing my fingers up and down it. Yes. Works same way. Alright, so now that that's done, here we are, back with the tissue and a nail polish remover. Yep, this is where I use it again. Yes. And honestly, I'm telling you, this works wonders. Really, really does. But alright, so we're going to skip this because obviously you don't want to probably watch me put this on my fingertip again. Alright, so now for the tedious bit. This is the bit where I have to find all the sizes of my nails, which is, yeah, honestly, the longest bit. And me personally, I don't like to find the size and then glue them one by one. I like to make sure that I find all the sizes to my nails and then get them ready and then glue them one by one. Because I've been in a situation where sometimes there's like an odd, uneven pair in the pack. So let's just say your thumb is a 5 and then you just glue it on. And then when you're trying to do the other thumb, you can't find another 5 in the pack. So now you got 2 uneven sized thumbnails. So I like to make sure that I get an even amount of nails for both fingers on each finger, So my pinky, my index, my middle finger, etc. I make sure that I look for the same numbers on each side that is actually there, and then I glue it down. Because I don't want to glue it down midway and then it's too late for me to make any changes. Okay, so I have now got all my nails together. And, okay, if you heard a little coughing in the background, that's just my daughter. I'm doing a voiceover and she's sleeping in my bed, so if you hear her, that's my princess. But yes, okay, so I have done the nails and I'm now just setting up the glue so that I can lay it all down. Now at this point, I'm just watching Pop the Balloon, honestly. And I forgot that my hand wasn't in the view of the camera. But luckily, I just realised. So, here we go. Honestly, guys, since I started doing my own nails, it was a game changer. You know how much it would be for French tip in the shop? Like a good £30, £25. And then these times you got regrowth of your nails, like after like a week, 2 weeks. And it's just like, yeah, who's got time for refills every 2 weeks? Yeah, my nails got stuck together. Honestly, I'm still mastering it because that is not it when you get glue stuck to your fingers. And if anyone does your own nails, you'll know that these glue, when it gets stuck on your fingers, honestly, it's a pain in the backside. Yeah, but look at that. Don't that look all right? Don't that look all right? And that only costs what? Let me have a look at the packet. £1.30, yeah? From Primark. Let me not gas myself up. Let's finish off the rest of the nails, yeah? Another thing with these nails is you have to really make sure that you don't get no air bubbles in them. Which honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit of a hit and miss with me. Some of my nails be perfect, looking flawless, looking like I went fresh to the nail shop. And then other times, honestly, it looks like I let my 10-year-old sister do it. Even though I don't even have a 10-year-old sister, but you know what I mean. But practice makes perfect, so here we are. Look, clearly I forgot. I needed to put my hand in view of the camera. Guys, I will get better, okay? Just stay with me for the end result, alright? But yes, what do you think? How do you think that's looking? It's looking alright, no? Alright, so let me not have you watch me put on every single nail by nail. So I will just skip. Look at me, I'm still trying to figure out how to use my own thing and stop, pause. Oh, good thing I didn't skip. Guys, you see this nail right here? When I tell you it was humongous on my nail, and clearly, as you can see, my step by step, yeah, was so secure, I couldn't even get it off. This nail, I tried to show it in the camera at one point, but it was so humongous, it was literally hanging off one side of my finger frame. Humongous. Like, later on, I ended up having to file it down on the side just to try and make it look decent because it looked like I had put the thumbnail on my middle finger. Can you imagine how fat that was? Yeah, it was fat, guys. I made a mistake. Yeah? So I was so upset about that, but it was already stuck on. What could I do? I know. Yeah? But this one here, look like it's laid down perfect. But guys, there were some air bubbles in it. And as well, I got the glue. This camera's not really showing it very well, but when you get glue on your finger and then you accidentally touch the nail and then you pull your finger with the glue on it away from the nail, it leaves like a fingerprint indentation in your nail because it's glue and it hardens. So it leaves that hardened glue imprint of your fingerprint on your nail, which is so annoying. Which is what happened with that nail there. Yeah, honestly, like I said, practice makes perfect. But at the camera, I don't know if you can see this big one. Honestly, like, I could see it in person, but looking back at it on the camera, I'm like, yeah, it's not showing you how bad it really was. So anyway, I had to clearly go in on the file and just try and get it within the parameters of my actual nail, because what was this? Just baiting out the fact that it was a DIY job. Like, we be doing DIY, but it's not meant to look DIY. Yeah, this nail was giving cowboy builders. Is that what they call it? There was a show called Cowboy Builders where they do your house so terribly. Anyway, this is what that middle nail was giving. Yeah, so terribly done. And here's me just trying to rectify the job, honestly. Let me try to salvage something because I couldn't take the nail off. But for the next hand, I made sure that I used a different size. And I did not have that problem with the middle finger on the next hand. But yes, anyway. So we're going to skip the next part here. Alright guys, so this is me going over the nails with a gloss, just to give it that little bit more of a cleaner finish. And yeah, I'd say we're pretty much done. Okay guys, I don't know what happened. I had to press stop on my camera and for some reason I'm watching it back and I do not know why the camera view is like this. I didn't even move the camera, so you're just gonna have to bear with me guys. So sorry about the terrible view. I don't know why it looks like this, but we move anyway. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just finishing up the last little bit. Sometimes for you guys who do your own press on nails, you'll know that at the very middle and the end of these nails there's like a little stubble bump of plastic, so which I didn't really have on these nails, but there was one little one which I was just trying to smooth out with the filer. Otherwise, these nails didn't really have that, to be honest, so I was just kind of checking them over, but it didn't really have that. It didn't really have that. Now, I know when you go to a nail shop and they finish your nails, they tell you go, wash your hands and then you come back and then, you cream your hand. But don't watch me. I couldn't be bothered. I felt to get up and wash my hand and then do the cream. But like I said, me couldn't be bothered. Okay? So, yes, I just straight cream my hands. Yeah? With the glue on and all. Yes. Don't judge me. And what? Okay? So, yes, here I am putting some shea butter on my hand, making it look all glossy, moisturized, shiny. Yes. And this is pretty much it, guys. Pretty much it. It's such a shame that the view is not how it was before, in a bigger view. So I don't know, guys. If you're watching from your phone, just turn your phone to the side and try and increase the view, yeah, so you can see my nails in HD when I actually show it to you guys in a bit. But currently I'm just quickly tidying up the last little bit of remaining nails that I will not end up using in the future because now the nails are all uneven in size pretty much. But for £1.30, I feel like my nails look decent. You know what, the last time I did my nails, I did it in a way that there was no air bubbles, and I didn't do it that way this time. So next time, guys, I will show you the way that I did it last time. And if again there's no air bubbles next time, I'll let you know this is the way to do it. But anyway, so let me just dust off everything so you can see my nails clearly. And yes, guys, this is the finishing touch. This is my nails. What it looks like. Let me know what you think. £1.30. £1.30.